But let me just say, with the funeral coming up within the next hour, what happened to George Floyd should never happen to anyone at all in America, ever. Not equal justice under the law. Members all across the country are listening. They've seen the video. They're paying attention. People in Wyoming have met and marched and done it in large numbers and peacefully. We need a bipartisan solution, something that is lasting and will make we could even name it the George Floyd Act. But I will tell you, Ed, when I hear this call by Democrats all across the country to defund the police, to me, that is dangerous. That is inviting crime without punishment. The police have a vital role as public servants, lots of responsibility to provide safety and security. And as opposed to taking resources away, I think they may need more for training. There's lots of improvement that needs to be done, and I think they need more resources to get that done.
Training a key issue indeed. You're calling for bipartisanship there. When we played that clip from Steny Hoyer, you may have heard the laughter when he said we need some bipartisanship from Republicans, as if the Democrats who introduced their bill were laughing off the idea you'll work with them. And yet the facts are that Mitt Romney, your Republican colleague, says he's working, as you know, on a bipartisan bill, he says, with Tim Scott and others. And he says he can't believe the Democrats in the House did not reach out to him and other Republicans. He said it's a partisan document. I pressed a Democrat, Alyssa Slotkin, on that point. Here's her response, and I'll give you a chance to weigh in. Watch.
Thank you.
I can't speak for the Senate, but for the House, I know that there was outreach. And I think that that's important. I'm a big believer that if we're going to get something passed and signed into law, which is, I think, what the moment is calling for, it does have to be bipartisan. So if I'm glad to hear that Republicans want into this bill. That's a good thing. Let's get to the table and negotiate it.
One of the things that struck me is that she was learning, essentially, in the interview. I'm glad to hear that Republicans want to work with us. Mitt Romney says, look, I've had this stuff out here. I want to work with them. I can't believe I didn't get a call. So how can Democrats come forward with this bill, say they want bipartisanship, and not pick up the phone?
Well, the Democrats don't pick up the phone. We've been working on this. Tim Scott in the Senate is manning and chairing our task force on this. It is the topic for discussion today at our policy lunch. Tim will be leading that discussion. He has lots of experience in this area. He brought the Opportunity Zone legislation to the tax bill, signed into law, making a difference in communities all across the country. So it is the topic for discussion today. There are things that we can do. I think things like a national data bank to take a look to make sure that police officers who have a bad record one place can't go to another makes a difference. I'm a doctor. We did that with a national data bank for physicians to make sure they couldn't go from state to state. We need bipartisan, lasting solutions, and Republicans are committed to doing that, Ed.